In this video, guys, I'm going to be helping you to understand everything you need to know about day trading. So, having been losing consistently as a day trader, this video is going to help you, give you good and high winning rate as a day trader. So this video is also going to help you to understand my concept of day trading and also the time frame I use as a day trader and my entry level. Okay, so I'm going to give you a breakdown of day trading, a step-by-step breakdown of how you can use my strategy for your day trading, and also it's going to give you a good foundational level. So are you a beginner looking to start a day trading? This video is actually for you because it's going to help you know how you can start up your day trading journey. So guys, and if you stay to the end of this video, I have a free gift that is for as many that will stay to the end of this video. So don't go anywhere, guys. Watch to the end and let's get started. All right, guys, you're welcome once again. Okay, so back to what I said I'm going to be we're going to be dealing on today, which is the day trading strategy, which I said I'm going to be showing you guys how to understand day trading. Okay, you're going to learn the concept of day trading and how I do my own day trading strategy. So we're going to be looking at the concept of day trading and also the time frames I use for day trading. So I'm going to make this very easy for better understanding. I'm not going to make it complex, very easy, so that even a beginner can understand this very strategy very clear. So guys, so let's begin. Don't go anywhere, stay and learn, watch to the end. And like I said earlier, there is a free gift for those that stay to the end of this video. Okay, so now we are talking about day trading. So the real concept of day trading, everybody has this our own way. Yeah, everybody has this our own way. He or she explained his own day trading. So day trading is the ability for a trader to trade the market within a single day. Okay, now the ability for a trader to trade the market within a single day is what we call the day trading. And when it comes to day trading, the aim of making profit. So the aim of the trader is to make profit out of the market for that day. So the ability for you to trade and make profit within that particular single day is what we call day trading. Okay, so that is what we define to as day trading. So making money within that specific day, within that single day. Okay, it is called the day trading. And now we look at the time frames for day trading. So if you're a day trader, these are the time frames I recommend you. Okay, so those very simple time frames, which the first one is the daily, because we are looking at, as a day trader, you look at the daily time frame. Okay, we have the daily, the 1 hour and the 30 minutes time frame. So you can see the daily time frame. So the daily time frame is our main time frame for overall trend, and the 1 hour is for market structure and key level, and 30 minutes for our entry. So I'm going to make it very easy so that you can understand every single thing about this day trading. Okay, now we move to the daily time frame here, our main time frame for overall trend. So we are looking at the overall trend on the daily time frame. Okay, so what are we looking at on this time frame is the general trend. Now the thing that should come to your mind as a day trader is to always analyze from the higher time frame. That is why I want to show you guys on this. I'm going to give you live example so that you understand everything clearly. Now the daily time frame, the two things you need to be looking at for is, number one, the trend, the occurring trend that have been happening on that particular time frame. Okay, the occurring trend that has been happening on that particular time frame. So is it a bullish trend that has been happening on that particular time frame? Okay, is it a bullish trend, or it is a bearish trend? So these two things are the things you need to consider now, which has been happening in the market. Okay, on the daily chart, is it a bearish trend or a bullish trend. Okay, so these two things are what we need to reconsider. Okay, we need to reconsider. So is it a bullish trend that has been happening on that particular daily time frame, or a bearish trend? So if you figure out the trend of that market, then we now look at the daily candle. Okay, which the candle closing, the candle that opens that day, and the closing of that candle. Okay, so we'll be looking at those things after we figured out the overall trend of the market, which I'm going to share with you guys. Don't worry, guys, don't be afraid. I will explain everything to my best of knowledge so that you can understand, because my goal is to make you guys understand this thing. My goal is to make my students and those that are watching this to understand my strategy, get and understand it very, very well. So if you look at here now, we have a bullish structure and a bearish structure. Now that is for the daily time frame. Now the 1 hour time frame, we look at market structures and key level. Okay, now we are looking at the key level, which is the structure, either structure or market key level. So and market key level. So we identify structure like this. Is it creating higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower low for the 1 hour time frame? Okay, so we identify structure by saying is it creating a higher high? All right, so which is it creating? Something like this. If you notice, you can see this is a bullish structure here. You can see this is a bullish structure, and why for this is a bearish structure. You can see how price is creating the lower highs and lower lows. So we are going to look at that on our 1 hour time frame. Okay, and on the 30 minutes time frame, so we are looking for entry. So 30 minutes is just to mark out our entry. Actually, some traders or people use 2 time frame, but I tend to bring this or break this into 3 so that we can understand it clearly, and you can follow it the way I'm going to be showing you, so that make it very, very easy. Okay, then maybe after watching, you can go and refine your own, and you can go and work on your own. Okay, so but these 3 time frames I'm actually giving is what is going to help you understand it very, very clear. So guys, now let's move. You can write this down. Okay, because I might be deleting these. You can write these, all these things, and the time frames, you can write them down. Okay, if you wish to. All right, now looking at this, now we are now on the daily chart. Okay, now mind you, this strategy, I mean, you can use it if you are forex, crypto, or you're a currency trader. Any of the type of trader you are, you trade currency, you trade forex, you trade stock. Any of these can go with this strategy I'm about to show you. Okay, so just understand the concept. That is the main thing. Understand the concept of what I am going to be showing you now. All right, now look at what I said. Remember the first thing I said. The first thing I said is, number one is what, looking at the what overall trend of that market. Okay, on the daily chart. Now we are looking at the overall trend of this particular market now. Okay, so if you look at this, is a volatility 50. Now if you look at this, for those that trade synthetic, now if you look at this, you find out that this is an overall market trend, and if you check, we find out that the market is sloping down. Okay, now this is the market chart is what, sloping down. That simply means that the market is going down. And if we look clearly, we can understand that there is a structure that the market is actually creating. There's a structure price is creating here, which you can see obviously that here we have a high that has been mitigated. Okay, because price came to mitigate that high, and we can see from here again there's another low. We have a low that was broken. Okay, and we also see again we have another new high, which is a lower high. Okay, a lower high we can see here, which was mitigated. Okay, so we have this high which was mitigated. There's another block here, and if you see there's a low which price broke. So we can notice that this market is actually giving us a bearish structure. Okay, now it's giving us a bearish market structure. So that means that our market or price is actually going down. Okay, so we have understand what the market is doing here. Okay, we have gotten that price is actually going down, and if you look from our trend line, if you're a trend line trader or you understand about trend line, you find out that price was actually hitting. We have this trend line 1 and 2 and 3, so you can see that price is even trading below the trend line. Okay, not above, it's trading below the trend line. Okay, that is to say that the market is actually what going down. All right, so I'm a price action trader, so I don't use any indicator, but if you even use your indicator, you'll find out that price or this price are below that indicator. So it's very very easy to understand, guys. So this, now knowing this, we tell us what to do. Okay, if I can understand what the market is doing actually on the daily chart, it will give me a clear understanding and a clear picture of what I should be looking at for and what I should do, or how do I enter the market. All those things you need to consider them. So that is why it's very essential that as a trader you look at the higher time frame to get a bigger picture of the market. Okay, now we have understood that this market is actually going down, so we've known that it's bearish. Now the next thing we look out for is the structure. Okay, sorry, the candle. We look at the candle, like I said. Now if you look at this, now the closing and the opening of the day of that daily candle. Now this candle, let me explain. In this daily chart, now in this daily chart which we are seeing here, now each of these candles you see here, okay, each of all these candles, let me explain. Each of all these candles you are seeing, any of the candle you are seeing on this particular chart, each of all this candle here represent what, and the open and the closing of that day. Okay, so it tells a story that either the market opened bullish for that day, or the market closed bearish for that day. Okay, so every of this candle you are seeing here tells us that, tells us what happened each day in the market. So it tells us that maybe that day for the market opened bullish, or the market was open bearish. Okay, so that is what I was talking about. So understanding each of the candle closing. Okay, each of the candle closing. Now open and closing, I mean. Now if you look at, this is the recent day. Now this is the recent chart, or recent day rather. Now this is our recent daily candle. Okay, now if you look here from the past, let me zoom out so that you see it very well. Okay, let me zoom out, guys. Now if you look from here, guys, you notice that yesterday this tells us that price opened was bearish. Okay, you can see from here. So the open, this is the week here. Okay, so we have this week, and you can see how price, this is where price opened from. So we have the high of the day, and we can see how price opened from here, and after opening, price closed below what, price closed closed below. Okay, you can see where price closed, and after price closing, we can now notice that there is now what, a week, that is the low of the day. Okay, so after price have closed, we can now notice the week here. So this is where the candle closed. So after candle closing at this point here, we now what, saw another new daily candle that formed, which is today. So this candle you are seeing right here now, where this arrow is pointing now, is today's daily candle. Okay, is today's daily candle, which of course, assuming you're a day trader, maybe you entered this market earlier as the price or the candle is opening at this point here, maybe by now you will have made a whole lot of money, because it's still yet to close. Okay, it has not closed for the day yet. So but I will not advise any trader, except you see opportunity on the lower time frame, which I'm going to be showing you guys now. But I want you to understand this concept very very well. Now if you look at this one here, this one represents a bullish daily candle. That means that for that particular day, the market opened and closed bullish. Okay, it opened and closed bullish. Are you getting me now? Just for that particular day. So any trader that entered that particular day only made what you made money for the buyers for that particular day. And if you're a seller that entered that day, you will lose money. That is why it's very important to understand each what is happening on the higher time frame. And if you're a day trader, most especially for day trader, you need to understand what candle is opening or what candle is forming at that particular daily time frame. Now you see this, that it's what closed in the favor of the buyers after opening here, and you can see the closing bullish for that day. But the next day, you see that it now opened bearish. Okay, now this is a very simple. That's what I want to show you guys. Okay, let me show you guys how you are going to do these things. Now I have discovered what happened now, that this market now is bearish. Okay, now I've known that today market is bearish. Now what I'm going to do now, just follow me, oh guys, follow me, watch me. Okay, now watch what I do so that you will not miss out any information I'm going to be showing you now, because this is live. I'm showing you guys so that you understand it. This is what I do if I want to day trade. Now I will just go and pick this recent particular daily candle. Okay, now I will pick it and I will highlight that daily candle for that day. Why I'm doing this is so that I will understand where I'm just highlighting that daily candle. Okay, because we have a lot of, so that will not, when you go to lower time frame, you'll be able to see that place you highlighted, so that you will not go and pick another this thing. So that's why I had to highlight the recent daily candle. Now remember, this the recent daily candle. Now let's go to our 1 hour time frame, which I shared. Okay, so 1 hour, let's look at what price is doing on the 1 hour. Okay, now if you look at the 1 hour, can you see, guys? Now this is actually where I highlighted. Now but if you look at from here, we have a structure that was created, and you see here that price, this tells us that price is actually bearish, because we can see there is a break of structure, there is a break of this low, and we can see that the market is what going down. You can see from from the look of things here, that price is actually giving us a bearish move. Okay, price is giving us a bearish move. Now let's go to the 30 minutes time frame. Okay, let's look at what price is doing on 30 minutes. Now guys, can you see this now? That now on the 30 minutes, let me zoom that level. Remember, we are still seeing the same bearish structure. Now on the 30 minutes, now let me open that place. This place. Now if you look here, you notice that, let me zoom out very well so that you guys will see it very clear. Now if you look at this place, okay, now if you look at this level, let me delete this trend line. Now you notice we have for that day, we have a bearish candle. Now this is where the move starts from, or this is where the move started from, this place here. Okay, because if you find that, you see that there was multiple rejections here. So price was actually rejecting at all this place here. You can see rejections of price. So price was actually rejecting here, so telling us that sellers actually want to still push this market down. And obviously you saw that price, after the market came to this place here, it made a pullback and came back to retest the other block here on this 30 minutes. Now after seeing that price came to retest this other block here, we find out that the market now start pushing down. Okay, now market start pushing down. So this to tell us that the market is on a bearish trend, which I just said. You can see, and price retested with this big bearish candle here, and you saw that price after price hit that place, now started the market now started dropping from that point. Now I can even show you how you can also identify. You can even use the 15 minutes. If you don't want to use 30 minutes, you can use the 15 minutes time frame too. Okay, now you can see on the 15 minutes we are still on that level. Okay, you can use the 15, you can also use the 15 minutes, and you find out that you see here that price came and mitigate this other block here. This is where actually I will pick my trade, or I will pick my entry from. So I will enter at this point here. So if I enter at this level rather, then I will set my stop loss because remember you are a day trader and we are following the daily market move. Now my stop loss will be above this level. Okay, my stop loss will be above this level. Now if I set my stop loss above that level, then I can target the next the next low. Okay, so I will target the next low. Now this is where I'm supposed to take my TP. Actually, this is where I'm supposed to take my TP, this level right here. So but the market which we saw, you can see here that the market went down massively. So after going down, now create a pullback, coming back again to this other block here. Okay, coming back to this other block again. Now remember, we have already spotted what is happening on the daily, so that means that our daily is telling us that the market is still going bearish. Okay, it has the market has, or price has not closed for that day. Now my candle confirmation, I love this candle confirmation very well. Now this pattern, is it what's it called, morning star or whatever. So it's a candlesticks confirmation, a morning star, and you find out that price came to that level there, came to this other block, created this formation. So after the closing of this bearish candle here, this is where I will enter my trade. Okay, this is where I will enter my trade. I will enter at this point, this next candle here, then we'll move the market to the anticipated direction where we actually want it to be. Okay, so sorry guys, so we'll move it down to this level, but you can notice that there's a pullback and now it's still dropping again. So that is for the recent daily candle. Now let's go to another next daily let's go to another next daily candle. Okay, let's another next daily candle. This already works very, very well. I use this a lot. Don't worry, this next candle, guys. Okay, now looking at the next candle here, okay, now let's go to this. Let's remove it from this one. Now let me remove it from this one. Now let me move it to this next candle. Okay, let me move it to this next candle here. Sorry guys, let me delete all this. Okay, now let me move it to this next candle. Now this is where the market, mind you, this is where it started from, this week here. So let me remove this one from here. And now look at this candle. If you notice here, there was a spike, like a long wick. Okay, now after market made this long wick, you can see this is where the market now opened from. So this is where is our open price. Okay, the open price level, and this is the closing price level below. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm saying. This is where the market, or the candle for that particular day, which is day before yesterday, this is where the candle closed. Now let's carry out the same thing we have been doing. Now move to 1 hour. Let's see what the 1 hour is saying. Okay, very, very clear. You can see this, guys. This one is very, very clear. You can see a structure which I showed us. So price came to this place, moved down, went up again, go and mitigate this level, that is the other block above this level here, and you can see how it started, see how the market started dropping, moving down. We are looking for structures. Okay, now remember, we are back testing. Now let's go to the 15 minutes or 30 minutes time frame. So let's move to 30 minutes time frame. Now this is very easy and very, very clear. Okay, now on the 30 minutes time frame, we can notice here that we saw price trying to create, first of all, at this place on my left hand, there was liquidity that was created. And if you notice here, the liquidity was taken out, and we now saw what buy side liquidity taken out, and the market dropped down. and after moving down went up again, now went back to this other block on 30 minutes right here. So price went to this other block here on the 30 minutes, and once price went there, and if you notice from here again, we saw there was also liquidity taken out here. Okay, now after price take out liquidity, price went inside to fill the other block here. Okay, so there was another block here that price went to mitigate at this place here, and after price mitigating this other block here on the 30 minutes, and we'll find out that you can see here that there were a lot of kind of market playing around that level. You can see here created a bullish like as if the market still want to buy, but came back again and formed a bearish candle. So price was actually playing around that level. Okay, now this is one of the things you need to know as a trader. That's why I always tell you that before you enter, don't just rush into a market. Maybe because price is at your point of interest, and you because price came to your point of interest, you just execute your trade immediately. No, give the market a time, be patient, because this is money you are trading, is money. So if you lose your money, the market will not come to apologize to you. When you lose it, it is gone. So you need to calm down and be patient. Okay, now if you see here, you see that price was actually playing around that level there. Now if you go to, now if we move, you'll find out that the market now created a bearish candle, but the bearish candle was not enough to break this level. It was not enough to break this level right here, this level below this point here. So it wasn't enough to break that level. Now after creating this, you can notice now this is not the candle that came and break this level. You can see this big bearish candle that came and break this level. So after seeing this, now this is where actually I will, because this candle is a sign that the market actually wants to move down. So it's already giving us that this big move, the market wants to what, move to the downside. So now what I'm going to do now, this is where I'm not going to enter my trade. Now I'm going to pick entry here. I'm going to be setting my entry and stop loss. So I'm going to be setting my stop loss below, or sorry, above that previous candle, which is this one here. So my stop loss will be above this candle here, and my target, where will my target be? Now if I enter at this candle here, now if I enter from here, remember that we are targeting, because the market is on a deal, is going to give us a daily move, which is bearish move for that particular day. Now my next target should be the next support level, which is right here. Okay, now this is the next support level, now this place here. So once price is hitting this level, I should be out, but you see the market still went down, okay, breaking this level. But on a normal circumstances, I should take my TP out of this first level. So if the market should create another entry again, then I will join the trade. But you notice that here the market what took out this level and still go down. So you can set here to be your first TP, and the second level your second TP. Okay, so which we have right there. I will find out that the market went massively without even coming back to our stop loss or to take our stop loss. But as I mean, I entered here earlier, who knows, the market must have maybe stopped me out, because this rejection, this move alone will have hit my stop loss, and you see the market now start moving to my direction. That is why it's always good you wait for markets to give you wait for price to give you clarity. Okay, wait for the market to give you clarity, because if you jump in, you are going to lose your money. So wait for good clarity, then before you can now decide to execute the market or execute your trade. So you can see here that actually we made a whole lot of money on this if you entered on this particular trade. So you guys, you can even carry this out consistently. So I advise you go and back test it more, so to see how profitable it is, even for the bullish move. Let's pick out a daily, go to daily chart again and pick out another daily candle. Okay, I would advise you try this out, it works a lot. Okay, let me pick this candle. Let me pick this one right here. Okay, let me pick this one daily candle right here. Sorry. Oh, let me delete this. So this actually works a lot. I've been using it and it has been paying me massively, guys. It has been paying me massively. Okay, now I've highlighted this level. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it. So I've highlighted this level. Now let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. So this is not it. Now let me go back. Yeah, so I think this is it here. Okay, so this is it on the 1 hour. Let me zoom the chart. Okay, now if we notice here, we'll find out that, remember, the candle we saw on the daily was a bullish candle, and if you notice here, we saw this move. Like, it's a sign that the market is trying to create a bullish structure. Right here we can see this move here, first move, and price coming down again, and now price trying to move up. So this move alone, or this sign alone, is telling us that the market is trying to create what the market is trying to create a bullish structure. Okay, because you can see from this high, from this low to this high, and another what higher low. Okay, and you can see this is a sign that market is trying to create a bullish structure. Now we'll go to 30 minutes because we have seen the structure already that market is about creating. Now let's go to 30 minutes or 15 minutes, any of the time frame. So 30 minutes, let's see what the market is doing on 30 minutes. Okay, let's go back. Okay, now here we have it, guys. Okay, now here we have it, guys. Can you see this now? That the market move, created this move, came down, and created this move again. So like I said, we saw a structure. Now this will be my key level. If I should mark, this will be my key level here. So obviously this is my key level. Okay, now there's a fair value gap, an FEG, that is here, which we saw price coming to. This is where price came to mitigate the FEG, and you can see this rejection. The moment price hits that level, it was rejected. Now this is where actually I'll pick my entry from. Okay, because I've already seen that price is creating a bullish structure, and there's an FEG below that level there. So I'm going to pick this and wait. So you see that price came to that FEG, and the moment price came to mitigate, now we saw a very nice bullish candle confirmation, which I love so much. The bullish engulfing, because you can see this candle, bullish candle, engulfed this previous bearish candle. So, and this is a sign that the buyers are actually coming in. So after this, I'll wait for the next candle to open. Then very easy, guys, very easy. So I'll wait for it and set my stop loss as usual. So the previous candle, so I'll set my stop loss at the previous, that engulfing candle. Okay, yeah, it can be too tight. Okay, let me move it down a bit. Yeah, so I think I'll set it at this level, so to give it a breathing space. Okay, so that the price will not come and take my stop loss, and now will start moving in my direction. So now you can see after the forming of this, the next candle that opened, so I'll enter from here, and you can notice that the market start moving. The market was still moving from that level. Now our next TP, like I usually say, target the next. If you are buying, target the next swing high. If you are selling, target the next support level. So my first TP now is gonna be the next swing high right here. Okay, because I'm actually buying, so this will be my next TP. Okay, you can see, but we have price breaking that level. Price broke it, but just to be on a safer side, so I'll target this next swing high, and you can see that the profit was actually massive. Okay, and you find that price even give another re-entry at this point again. You can see this was another re-entry for those that missed the previous buy movement, and price had to give them another buy opportunity again. And if you see that the moment price came to that level, taking out creating inducement. Okay, you can see this was inducement, now inducing the early buyers that couldn't wait. Okay, price had to take them and came back to mitigate this other block, and another next move again, the market had to create another move to the upside. Okay, so we find out that price made a massive move. But now we saw a break of structure. You can now see, guys, now this is a break of structure, a valid break of structure, and you see that the market now started creating the bullish structure. This too was also a break of structure, okay, where our TP was. Okay, so you see from there the buyers now started what, moving, the market started dishing out their buys. So this is very easy, guys. Like I said, I can do this over and over and over again, and because of this I've been able to make a whole lot of money for myself. I've even what got a lot of things because of this strategy which I'm showing you guys. This strategy is a game changer. Okay, it has actually helped me a lot. So most times if I want to day trade, of course, you know, I'm a swing trader, I swing trade, but most times if I want to look for opportunity in the market, or maybe there's no opportunity on swing trading, then I will just day trade. And I tell you guys, this has actually been paying me massively. So guys, what are you waiting for? Go and carry out this. Go and backtest your own, do your own backtesting, and tell me on the comment section what you think about this strategy and how effective has it been for you. Okay, and if maybe along the line you don't understand, or there's something you didn't get when we are saying or teaching, you can also drop that on the comment section. I'll be there to reply you. Okay, so guys, make sure you watch this video, and the free gift I promise I'm going to be giving you guys is the 5 to 10 persons. Okay, so those that watch this video to the end, 5 to 10 persons, you'll be having what, my free mentorship program, okay, for beginner. Okay, so I'm going to drop the link in the description below. So the first 5 to 10 persons that would watch this video to the end, and you commented and like and share, just I'm going to drop the description below, and once you click on it, you just have access to the class. All right guys, what are you waiting for? Be part of the program. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.